A good morning to everyone. We are coming to you live from digital address GA0992539 in Kokomemi, Accra. On DSTV, we are on channel 421 and GoTV channel 144. Welcome to Joy News Interactive. Follow us, like our page on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We are Joy News on TV. My name is Selinam Ampo. Now, from the Ayawaso West violence through to the Commission of Inquiry and now acts of violence against journalists, well, the national security, some way, somehow, has found its way into bad books of Ghanaians on social media. 2 journalists from online portal Modern Ghana were arrested, detained and tortured by personnel of the Bureau of National Investigations. Well, the national security says, no, we did not torture them. But social media has been reacting to that news and quite differently. Let's read some of your tweets. But before we read some tweets, let's show you the trends. And at the top of the trends, we have national security trending. Many people are talking about it, and we also have portrays in the National Science and Math quiz today, so they are also trending. Parliament is also trending, a number of items on their trend list. Now let's read some of your comments that came under that national security trend. And Nana Majima Santis tweeting, she says, even if they were hacking other websites, was arresting and detaining them appropriate? Government websites are being hacked by kids and hackers in Turkey and elsewhere in the world. Are the national security officials going to travel to arrest and detain them too? And Kennedy Tete says only a court of competent jurisdiction or body with such powers bestowed upon them by the Constitution of Ghana has the right to pass judgment. It's not within the remit of the national security. That's illegal and must be condemned in the highest order. This is the point. Aaron says it's very sad and heartbreaking to hear how journalists are treated in this country. Is that the way to get information from someone? So many fracas around this national security, guys. Will I also be in the same soup for tweeting this? And Augustine Ampofu says this thing called national security should just be disbanded. Justice Okaya Lote says, we have a journalist tased, slapped, beating in this country called Ghana by national security operatives. In a serious country, journalists should start boycotting the government so they investigate this issue thoroughly. And Hadi Yakubu says, this is the time journalists need to show real sole. The national security officers and superiors who tortured the journal must not go unpunished. Isaac Battini says, you were in this country. You saw how those thugs from the national security struggled to defend their actions in Ayawaso West Wogon. Yet still, you choose to believe these same guys when they say they could not have tortured the journalists. And Afani Dadzi says, what we saw so-called national security operatives do in the open at Ayawaso, I have no reason to doubt what they can do in secret. They never learnt anything. The intolerance tag on this government is gradually sticking. It's shameful. And Big Daddy C says, instead of national security and Ghana Police Service to concentrate on finding and bringing back the tardy missing girls and focus on stopping rampant kidnappings going on in this country, they are rather arresting and torturing innocent journalists and citizens. Well, the conversation is still ongoing on our social media platforms. You can do well to send us a tweet or a message. Joy News on TV on all our social media platforms. Away from that, let's talk about the House where all the decisions are made. Now, majority leader of the NPP, and you know, it's been interesting that he said this. Osai Chairman Sabonso has defended construction of a new chamber building capable of seating 450 members. He said the new complex will host several other facilities, including a museum, and ensure all government officials are able to do business in the house unhindered. Let's take a look.
I think that we are on course, and I'm impressed by what I've seen. The space fronting the chamber, I think we all agree that it should be sufficient to accommodate the numbers who would want to witness, say, a president deliver a message on the State of the Nation, or indeed at the very coronation of any president. I think we should come to some terms that once we finish with this, we say goodbye to Black Star Square. That is not where it's supposed to be. We convert that square into Parliament on that day. And then when the president is being sworn in, we have the entire space being breached by non-members of Parliament, and they may not even want to surrender space to the members of Parliament. So I think that is by and large, a very useful thing. So we shall have adequate space to accommodate our citizens who would want to witness the situation and the coronation of the president, and also have adequate infrastructure for those of them who are not able to come into the chamber, or wherever it should be done, to accommodate them, and they all feel part of it.
Well, meanwhile, some Ghanaians have criticized the construction of the new 450 Parliament chamber. They describe the project as a misplaced priority. Let's take a listen.
I believe now we have pressing issues in Ghana, and to me personally, it's out of proportion because we have so many things we have to tackle. Our roads are not good. We don't. Some communities don't have pipe-borne water, and you are bringing up this time at this time. I personally believe it's out of proportion, and then we need to prioritize.
No, I think it's unnecessary. It is not time for us to. There's already an existing facility. Why should you spend huge sums of money to put up additional building? It's absolutely unnecessary. There are other social amenities that we can channel our money into. For instance, health, education. We need a lot of money in these sectors. So I think it's unnecessary.
I believe it's laudable. I believe it's good. They are a law-making agency, and they know what they want. They know what is good for them. So that whatever they think they need to make the laws for us are so. So it not be as though they want something more luxurious, but they should make sure that they really need the things they need to make laws, because a lot of our laws, are still not too good for us. So if they feel like these facilities will help them make good laws for us, I think it's fine. But they should also believe that and know that as time goes on, we shall judge them according to their words. We also expect them to give us quality laws made, so Ghana will be a better country than we see now. So I think it's a good idea. Yeah, it's a good thing. Of course, Ghana is still dying out of social amenities. That's why I'm saying that, we need more hospitals, we need more beds in the hospitals, we need more vehicles, we need more better roads. So if they believe that giving them more facilities than they have now will make them do for us better laws, where now we can say that each person in the country must make sure he's given a bed in the hospital, then fine, fair enough. But if after all these facilities, we give them a parliament house, in the end of the day, we still find out Ghana still being the kind of country it is now, then we shall hold them responsible.
The parliamentarians need more space, need their own personal spaces, offices, so that if for instance, I am staying where I'm staying, if I need to talk to my MP, I need to get to a place that I'll see him. And if I know if I come there, I'll get to his office, it will be very good for us all.
Well, you heard the people right there. Well, there's a poll on social media. We have, should Parliament build a new chamber? And some of you have already put in your votes. 11% have voted yes, and 89% said no. It's been only some few hours. The poll ends in 20 hours. 4.6 1,000 votes already. We have 108 comments on there. So you can go on to our social media platform, Joy News on TV, and share your thoughts, and do well to vote so that we can also express your views on air. Well, let's hop on to Facebook again. Let's read some of those comments that came under the poll. Benedict Afugu says, no, I say big no, but I know they will do what they want. Let's vote against them, especially the very MPs who have been there for long and are part of decision making. And Raphael says, this is needless and unnecessary. Is it not recent that the Mahama administration refurbished that place? There has to be a ceiling on the creation of new constituencies. And Tanko Gunu says, is the current one not fit for purpose? He's asking, is the current one not fit for purpose? And Ikia Mensa Bediako says, why are they under trees when they go to parliament? Some of the seats are even empty when they go, and you want to create more empty seats while other things are to be done. And black men will remain black. And Inusa says, Ghana is in serious trouble. I don't think our leaders care about the citizens anymore. Everything they say and do now are for their own advantage and benefits, while basic infrastructure like schools, roads and bridges have deteriorated in the country, and sanitation, health, jobs and common drinking water have become a major problem. These selfish, unreasonable and he goes on, and he says, misleaders pretending to be leaders. Shame to MPs. And Baba Uwala says, don't say no. Should parliamentary proceedings be done at the Independence Square? Should the number increase since constituencies are to be increased, or some should sit on the floor whilst proceedings are on? The floor is small and can't contain them. So why shouldn't they build a new chamber? And Salifu says, the sad and annoying part of this poll is that even if the whole country says no to this, these politicians will go ahead and do it. This tells us how insensitive and stone-hearted they are. No politician is doing anything to benefit us. Let's wise up and stop fooling about with them. And in Shiraba, Stephen says, whoever brought the idea of building such an edifice when there's an already existing one, it needs a psychological evaluation. And Benedict Afugu read this, but he says, no, I say big no, but I know they will do what they want. Let's vote against them, especially the very MPs who have been there for long and are part of decision making. And Oscar says it's a misplaced priority. They should be serious and think about the citizenry for once. Mohammed says, for what? Will that give them new ideas? And CC Kole says, instead of building hospitals and schools, we are building a misplaced priority. Interesting comments coming in. Well, let's take a break and we'll be back with more stories. Welcome back from that break. You're watching Joy News Interactive with me, Selina Ampo. Now let's talk about AFCON. Well, in our first game, we drew against Benin over the weekend. It was a goalless game with the West African Clash of Titans against Cameroon. And while amidst our silent defeat, some are still optimistic, and for others, they want our stars to just come home. Where do you fall? The Black Stars need a win against Guinea-Bissau to qualify for the next stage of the African Cup of Nations in Egypt. Are you confident of a win? Well, let's hop onto social media to find out what people had to say. And Beldi says, it's not about ifs and cans, they must. And Solomon is also commenting. Solomon says, yes, more than more. More than more, they will win with Ghana 3, Guinea-Bissau 0. We hope so. Roosevelt Nanayabua Golden says, we hope for a win. Yusuf Husseini says, Ghana will come home today by the grace of God. And King Jonas Promba says, yeah, we are praying for our players to win. And Sadie G says, Inter Live. She's also praying for the Black Stars to qualify. And Akosia Ayisibia says, yes, I'm hopeful they will sail through. Nanesi says, no, I'm not confident because they always disappoint. And Oforiwa Agnes says, I'll be watching Tom and Jerry during the match, so I cannot be sure of the scores. And Patience Erica Williams says, please, they should come home. Even if they win today's match, they won't get anywhere. Prophetess Makasa. And Prince Ismail Harun says, no confidence. They can't do anything. They will surely come home. Mark my words. Even Indomie will not follow them, as Sam George said. Well, some of you have lost confidence in them. For others, we haven't. You'll be surprised. Let's talk about National Science and Math Quiz. And before we do that, I have to show you this video of Rosalind Amwa, who came on the AM show today. She says, for those who have lost their hope, honestly, the Black Stars need to build the faith in the people. But why would you do that?
The satellites to go and win it. So if you are there and you started, at Ismaila and all that, you should be able to come back. But for me, I think that it should have dawned on them now. They know that they don't make the names for us. For us as Ghanaians, we only revel in their glory. Yeah. We get sad about it.
They get the money.
But you were asking about what it does. It brings the spirit of the entire nation down. Because you realize that every time after every win, you wake up on a Monday morning and people are enthusiastic, people are hopeful, people are jubilant. But when we lose or we don't get the desired results, you realize that everybody's mood is affected.
Yeah. Anger.
We saw it in the opening game against Benin. Saturday, after the performance against Cameroon, people thought that we were going to be massacred by the Cameroonians because of what had happened, because of what they had brought. Yeah. But I think that when we had that goalless draw, on Sunday people went and they were hopeful. Mm-hmm. We want to maintain that hope. Yeah. How do we do it? It is entirely up to Kwesi Appiah and his men. Mm. He should get them to deliver. For us, all we need, I always say that, look, as a sports journalist, I feel proud talking and writing about my team, other than talking and writing about other people are performing, and we do it. In Equatorial Guinea, I was there. 2015, I was there. When we got all the way to the final, and you could see the vibe, everybody was talking about it. When we lost, I was left by myself. Everybody had left. Those who had gone to jubilate had gone. Those who had finished with, and we were there. And the painful thing is for you to write about your side losing in that manner. And so for us, we also feel the pain. They don't just go through it psychological. Everybody is affected, and they would have to do well to ensure that, look, whatever the faint hope we have, the faith we have, like a mustard seed, should be nurtured and watered to become the big, hope we are all looking.
Well, interesting remarks from Rosalind Amwa right there. They have to build faith in us. Rosalind Amwa, she said they have to build faith in us, and we are hoping that today they do come out qualifiers. Well, away from that, let's talk about National Science and Math Quiz. Today, Botre Ogasco Swedo Senior High School, they're going to battle it out, and we'll be live here at 4 p.m. So do stay tuned to watch it. Very, very interesting. I'm sure the Botre fans out there are ready to devour the Ogasco voice, but we don't care. we're going to watch it and we're going to support the best team. Away from that, let's talk about Tuesday Thoughts. On Tuesdays, we like to know what you are thinking. Let's do some Tuesday Thoughts. And Luco Slip says, falling down, it's an accident. Staying down, it's a choice. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And Lotome says, the fear of the unknown grips many. Even death is unknown. Are you in fear? Enjoy it every day and see the beauty of life. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Hashtag Randomness. And Uzo of Life says, a great reminder. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Time is non-refundable. Use it with intention. And Ibrahim says, one of the best lessons you can learn in life is to master how to remain calm. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. And Vodka says, hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice you have. Comes with an image that says, it's in the darkest moments that we find our greatest strengths. And Luco Slip says, falling down is an accident, staying down is a choice. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Eric Classic says, never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Lotelme says, and Kawa says, growth is a byproduct of awareness and a surrender. Hashtag Tuesday Thoughts. Anyway, it's time for us to wrap up on the show, Joy News Interactive. You've been watching with me, Selina Ampo. Do enjoy the rest of your day.